Good evening. Welcome to Dr. Gautam show of Money and Relationship, where we answer all our viewers' question relating to their challenges of job, career, business, and relationship. My name is Dhirendra Gautam. I'm the founder of Great Human University, a research-based organization where we are empowering people to transform their life, career, job, and business with our research based framework to resolve their all money and relationship challenges. Today, we have two very interesting questions from our LinkedIn viewer. The first question is, what business do you suggest in UAE? This question is asked by one of our LinkedIn viewer, who is a very good friend of me, Mr. Ayub Shah Khan. He lives in UAE, and in last session of our money and relationship, he has asked this question. The second question was asked by another LinkedIn user, Dr. Ravinder Gupta ji. His question is, when should one go for external funding? This is relating to the startup business and companies who is looking for the funding. So his question is, when one should go for an external funding. In this show of money and relationship, I will be answering both of these questions one by one. So first, we will take our question, what business we should be exploring or suggesting it in UAE. His purpose is, for this question, what I understand basically, that he wants to know from me what kind of business I should able to advise him to start or do in UAE. Of course, I will be answering this question, but one more important point I would like to share with all our viewers who are watching our show. We are currently live on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and our Instagram page of Great Human University. To understand the answer of first question, what business do you suggest in UAE or any other country for the time being you consider? Any business, I strongly believe it is not the nature of the business which is important to be suggested in a particular country or a particular area. Yes, in heavy industry where the plant size is very big, that consideration is required. But most of the other businesses where heavy industry or heavy manufacturing facility is not required, the place doesn't matter. As per my research, it is the entrepreneurship, the person who is in command of the business, who is going to take this business, is more important to determine the success and failure of the organization. It is the owner or the entrepreneur who is going to start the business is more important than the nature of the business. Let me give you some example which will make it very clear. And of course, at the end of the session, I will be saying you, recommending you some of the specific industry which people are able to do and they are able to earn good money in UAE also. But what I say, the place is not important. It is the capability of the entrepreneur is more important than the nature of the business. The first example which comes in my mind, when I was studying in 10th class, 12th class, one question was always keep on boggling me because that time I was not very much idea or understanding or experience about the businesses worldwide. Great Britain, England used to be the largest importer and largest exporter of tea for many decades. I'm not talking about 1 decade or 2 decade. Almost for many decades, United Kingdom, England, Great Britain, whatever name you called, was the largest importer and exporter of the tea. The indigenous growth and tea plantation is very small in United Kingdom. I got an opportunity to be in London while I was working with Unilever. I have seen what is the tea plantation capability they have. But as we know, the facility they have created for the tea processing for many years, it was the largest in the world. In last 10, 15, 20 years, or you can say 30 years, other country like India, China, Sri Lanka, they have started also exporting the tea. But the question which I was supposed to say you, Britain used to import the raw tea from all over the world. They used to process it and they used to further export that processed tea all over the world. And that is the reason United Kingdom was the largest importer and largest exporter of the tea business without having any sizable production capacity or sizable harvesting or plantation capacity in United Kingdom. The reason for giving this example was very simple to explain place or a country doesn't matter. What business you are doing, your entrepreneurship capability is more important. While ruling most of the tea plantation countries in Asia, in Africa, United Kingdom has the opportunity to import raw tea from those Asian countries like India, Sri Lanka, and African countries, Kenya, and all those. They used to get the raw material at a very cheaper price. At the same time, they have created a huge tea processing facilities in their country. And because they were ruling most of the country, more than 40, 50 countries around the world, they used to sell the processed tea all over the world. It is the capability of the business, it is the capability of the owner which takes the business to the next level of growth and profitability. So nature of business is not very relevant. Entrepreneurship is all about the capability and willingness of an entrepreneur who recognizes the commercial potential of an idea, converts it into the successful innovation, organizes capital, talent, and other resources, and turn those innovative idea into a commercially viable innovation and ultimately a successful enterprise. So it is the entrepreneur which is important, not the business. To be a successful entrepreneur, it is not necessary that you must have an innovative idea. Nowadays, all the business, all the people are just behind the IT, IoT, artificial intelligence, machine learning. I'm not saying these things are bad, but to become a successful entrepreneur, to become a successful businessman, to start a successful business, it is not necessary that you should be always having innovative idea. Having an innovative idea is always good, but in order to be a successful entrepreneur, innovation or having innovative idea is not necessary. The commercial feasibility, the commercial viability of the product and the services is very important for both the business owner, and the consumers. And if your product and service have a better value for the consumers at a very competitive price in comparison with the existing product and services in the market, it has the possibility to become a successful business. So commercial visibility, commercial feasibility, and your product should having to give a value added advantage over the competitive product available in that market, then your business is going to be successful. I defined entrepreneurship as a destructive creation of a product or services which gives a better value to the consumers for the same product or services existing in that market. What this mean? It doesn't mean that you always require to bring a new product. There might be some new products are available, but through your destructive creation, if you are able to bring the better value for the consumers of the same product and services, which gives more fulfillment, better customer service, easy approach, or more satisfaction, more peace to the consumer, your business will be successful. So again, I would like to say it is more of the entrepreneurship than the business, which is more important. I would like to explain this with another example of telecom. In year 2011-12, 10-11-12, where the telecom revolution was happening in India, around 25, 20 to 25 telecom operator has been given the licenses to operate in India to launch their telecom services. All of you know that. For 4, 5, 6 years, all of the telecom companies was struggling to get their market share, building up their pricing strategy, reaching to the consumers, providing the services. And just in 5 years, Out of the 2025, around 7 to 8 telecom operators got closed by 2017. So where there was more than 20 players in 2011, in 2017, there was only 5-6 player was left. All of us, we knew that the telecom market was struggling a lot in India. Companies were not making profit. Their heavy asset was utilized, and making profit, managing the business was becoming very challenging for the people. End of December 2016, Jio started, where everybody, all telecom operators were struggling to manage their business, to become profitable. None of the businesses was profitable. Telecom businesses was profitable that till then. That time, Jio launched. It has created the disruption in the telecom industry in India. With more than 40 crore, 400 million subscriber by 2019, the impact of Jio has happened. Out of 20 operators, 17 operators are closed. Only 3-4 operators are functioning now in India. Jio is not only the largest Indian telecom operator, but it is the third largest telecom operator in this world with 400 million subscribers. The digital revolution, it is able to bring it to India. India is the largest consumer of data in the world. The price of the data is the cheapest in India, and around 60 to 70% of the Indian population is using data in the remotest. This was another example I would like to explain you for my user what business we should suggest. I say it is not the business, it is your entrepreneurship capability. It is how you are planning your business, how you are preparing your business, how you are managing your business, how you are reaching to the customer, what additional benefit you are going to bring it to the users and customer. That is matter the most, not the nature of the business. Both the example I have given to you just to explain that it is not the business where all the telecom, out of 2023 telecom companies, 17 has been closed. Jio has started and they become the number one in the India and number third in the world. I given the example of British tea business. So to just answer the specific question of the UAE, there are many businesses which have been successful in the UAE. One of the, of course, petrochemical and oil and petroleum and gas industry is one of the prime, because Middle East is famous for that. The second business which has been grown a lot in is the construction business. Construction business again supported by the real estate agents. These are the also businesses has been grown a lot. Handyman business, contracting company, providing skills and unskilled labor business was also one of the great business which has been grown and developed in the UAE. You will be surprised to know for the small business owners, shopkeepers, beauty and hair salons was highly profitable in UAE business. A lot of people are starting that business and surviving in that. Travel and tourism has also got a very high importance in Dubai market, especially where Dubai has become one of the shopping city in the world. Most of the people in the Asia or from the Europe, earlier they used to go to Singapore, Hong Kong, London to do the shoppings. Nowadays, Dubai has become, UAE has become one of the nice shopping destination. So travel and tourism is also one of the nice business to be done in the UAE. Because of the technical advances, IT, telecom, mobile, internet, IoT, machine learning, Dubai has also become a destination where a lot of IT and IT enabled services are also getting startups and growing in this area. These are the few of the business. And of course, one of the very good business which is relating to all of us is the consulting business. A lot of consulting business has been started and growing. A lot of financial deals are happening through the UAE and Dubai. A lot of private equity and venture capitalist people are sitting in the Dubai and UAE market. So consulting business, investment banking business is also one of the good business which is flourishing and doing good. But it doesn't matter. These are the businesses which have been started and they are able to earn good profit and able to grow better way in UAE. That is the only, these are the businesses has been doing. I listed some of them. But I still say it is not the nature of the business. It is the capability of the entrepreneur which is going to determine how successful or unsuccessful it is going to become your business. Hope you have understand what I am trying to explain to the question, Ayub, and any other user who or other viewer who are live listening our show on LinkedIn, Facebook, or our YouTube or Instagram channel. You must be having any other answer question relating to the question. You can write us to our comment box, and we will be able to incorporate your question in our next session. We do our Dr. Gautam show of money and relationship currently thrice in a week, 8 p.m. evening India time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Depending upon the question, if the lot of questions are there, we are going to start the session in other days also. But currently, we do thrice in a week, 8 p.m. India time. You log in and tune to us, and you can catch us live on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channel of Bateman University, and you can listen to your answers of all the question. The second question, which has been asked by a very good friend of me, the question was also asked on my LinkedIn profile of last day we did our show. The question is, when external funding? I think he is trying to ask if a business is a startup business and somebody, a startup entrepreneur or business is looking for a funding. So what is the ideal time when they should go for funding? In order to answer the question, I will say it is not the choice of the business. Again, I say it is not your choice or the choice of the entrepreneur or the business when you should go for external funding. The question can be in other way: when your company is ready, where the investor can invest in your company. What is the ideal stage when an investor is ready to invest in your business? It is more of the choice of an investor. So let's understand the external funding in a startup business or any other existing business happens at 3-4 stages. First stage is, of course, bootstrapping, where you have to put your own money till your pilot is tested, and your line of business has started generating the revenue. I'm coming and answering the question very clearly to the point. You have to fund your business. The entrepreneur, the business owner has to fund its own business till the level you are able to complete your pilot, you are able to start generating the revenue from your identified line of business in phase one. If your business having many phases of revenue lines and you are planning to start phase by phase, is fine. But if you are having only one line of business where the revenue is going to come from only one source, so you are ready to get the external funding only when your first line of revenue is start generating, giving revenue to your organization. None of the investor, I told you there are 4 stages of investment. First stage, your own funding, friends, family, and your own equity. The first external level of funding happens at the angel investment level, where the angel investor, a small investor, comes and invests in your business. The second and third level is private equity, venture capitalist, and all that. So we will focus on our angel investor and the seed funding, what we are having at the initial stage. The days has gone. In earlier days, 5 years back, 10 years back, even before starting or generating the revenue, getting the pilot test, people are able to get the angel investor on the board in the company. But last 5 years, things has been changed. Unless your business is commercially started generating the revenue, there is a very little chance you can get an external funding. The size of the revenue doesn't matter. How much revenue you are generating doesn't matter. Whether you are able to start generating the revenue from the line of business is more important. The investor knows that if you are able to generate the revenue in X month, Y amount of money, then in multiplying the several months with that amount of money, it is going to multiply. The revenue can increase by increasing the number, by increasing the customer. So that calculation, investor already know. They are professional investors. They know everything. But they are not going to invest in the business till your pilot is completed, your business model is tested, and you are convinced and you started generating the revenue from your business, identified line of business, whether one line of business, two line of business, or three line of business, whether one market, two market, or three market, doesn't matter. Revenue is coming, market can be increased, customer can be increased, volume can be increased, and overall revenue can be multiplied. That calculation is a simple mathematics. So just to answer Mr. Gupta, when should one go for the external funding? I will say, let your commercial operation start. Let you start generating your revenue. And only then people will be interested in investing in your company as an angel investor. I would like to thank you all who are watching us live on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you for coming in today's show of Money and Relationship. You have the opportunity to ask any question on the comment box on our any social media platform where we are live. Our team will be able to get your questions and we will incorporate and we will try to answer in our next show of money and relationship, which will be happening 8 p.m. same time, day after tomorrow on Friday. As I said earlier, we do our show of money and relationship where we answer all the questions relating to your job, career, business, money, and relationship. You can ask this question. We will able to answer in a better way. It was pleasure being you be with me here. This is Dhirendra Gautam signing off with a promise to meet you in our next show of Money and Relationship, 8 p.m. same time on Friday. Take care. Be safe. Goodbye.